Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Healing Honey. If it's your first time here, welcome. So I want to share with you why you might smoke weed and how you can really stop. You guys, I'll link my playlist down below. I've shared so much over the last almost 4 years on how I quit smoking after so long. And it's a lot. It takes a lot of strength to make a change in your life, but it's possible. And so I'm someone who, when I was like 19 years old, I tried smoking for the first time, and I did it kind of as a joke with my best friend. We were feeling stressed out and we had some. Someone left some in my car, and it just became a habit that we started to do to party and have a good time when we were in college. But as I got older, it became a bad habit that even though I kind of wanted to shake it, I didn't know how. And so I stayed in that loop. I stayed in that bad habit for a long time until I finally learned how to break free, which is why I love making these videos for you guys, because with a few mindset shifts and with some inner work, we're able to quit and stop for good. That's the craziest thing, because it's very easy to, like, I could pick up that habit again if I wanted to, but I just truly don't want to. And the same thing can happen for you. So drop me a comment, let me know who's here. If you're on this video, I'm proud of you, because somewhere inside you want to stop and you just need the tools to learn how to do it. And if you want to go more in depth, I created a course for you guys. So thank you for everyone who's checked it out, who's purchased it. And it is on sale, so I'll link it down below. And it's something that you can keep with you forever. That's how I truly broke free after smoking weed for over 10 years. Okay, so I'm coming up on 4 years sober and I love it. Okay, so why do people smoke weed and how can you really stop? Okay, so the first reason that people reach for weed is because life seems too difficult. Something hard is happening in their life. They feel stressed out. They might feel overwhelmed. And a lot of people reach for weed because it soothes them. It soothes the anxiety. It makes life seem much more easy to handle. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is recognize that. Like, are you reaching for weed because your life seems really hard right now? And everybody's at a different point in time, but here's the thing that I came to realize. You're not powerless. You have so much power and you can change what needs to change in your life. Instead of feeling like a victim, like, I'm stuck in my life, all these bad things, like, instead empower yourself to be like, okay, well, what is stressing you out? And instead of feeling like, well, there's nothing I can do to change that, but yes, you can. Let's say your home environment is crazy. You don't feel any peace there. You don't feel good. You don't, there. Okay, well, instead of just reaching for weed every single day, like, what is that really gonna do? Instead, how can you make make a change? How can you get yourself into a better situation? Moving out, leaving, a fresh start, something like that. Let's say your life feels chaotic because you just had a new baby, and that is so much work, you guys. Okay, well, you have a lot going on. Maybe you're a mom, maybe you're a dad, work, plus, like, life can feel heavy sometimes because of all of our responsibilities. Like, we go from being a teenager and being so carefree to life happening and bills being a real thing and all these, like, things that we have to grow up, right? And so it can feel like we can feel weighed down, and then a lot of people reach for weed because it feels like it eases the tension. It makes life just seem like not a big deal. Oh yeah, sure, I can handle it, whatever, right? It makes you very apathetic. Like, you're not too happy, you're not too sad, you're just right in the middle. But here's the thing, make a change. Like, hire a babysitter to help you out, get a nanny to help you out, reach out to a family member to help you out, or delegate chores, get onto a routine. So this is about finding solutions instead of just feeding the problem. Like, you don't have to stay stuck. You can make a shift, you can make your life better. And that's something that I had to realize. Like me, I was a single mom. And so I'm like, okay, a lot of responsibilities, like this helps me at whatever time before bed or whatever. But instead, it's like, okay, well, how can I bring more money into my life? How can I get into have a better schedule? You know, how can I make me time? Which is why I love sharing with you guys here in this space. Like, if you're new to this space, I share about everything that's makes us feel good from the inside out, naturally and holistically, spiritually, things that will really help you to feel like your life is full of love and you're taking true care of yourself, not through a substance, right? Not through anything like that, but like real self-love. And so, how can you make more me time? How can you delegate responsibilities? How can you find more balance in your life? Let's say you're a college student and you just have a heavy workload. Like, a lot of this is tied to work because of the matrix and because we're in a crazy world that, you know, is just, it's become hyper masculine. So it's like we don't appreciate and see the value of rest, and this plays out differently in everybody's life. So let's say you're a college student and you have a heavy workload, plus, you know, you're partying, you're playing, who knows, and then, you know, your schoolwork. Take less classes, like slow down, find out what you really need inside. Why are you reaching for it? And address that need. Don't think you're needless. Like, don't think that you're wrong for taking care of your emotional health, which is what this is about. Because when people reach for weed because they're stressed out, they're looking for a solution. Like, they're looking for something to ease the stress. But instead, and of doing that, because that doesn't solve the problem and that doesn't like fix anything, it just in the moment makes you feel better, but then the next day, the next hour, whatever, you have to reach for it again, and so nothing changes, and then you're gonna feel stuck. So how to like really break free, address the problem, and realize in your mind that you're powerful. Anything, like, find a way out and then start taking the action. Start taking the action, and you're going to naturally start changing into a different person this way because you've made the decision to try something new. And so that's the second thing. Like, why do people smoke weed and how can you break free? After a while, like, let's say you're not feeling down. Let's say life feels really great, but you're still reaching for weed. Why? Because it became a habit. And so that's how I found myself in my life. Like, after a while, whether I was feeling great or not great, it was just part of my daily routine. And so, how to break a bad habit, just try challenging yourself not to do it. Okay. And so, once you like, give yourself a 7-day challenge, tell yourself it's 7-day cleanse, 7-day detox, because this helps ease your mind. It's not like a forever thing. Like, okay, I'm never going to smoke ever. That might seem too hard to do, but just tell yourself 7 days from Sunday when I get up, I'm not going to do it until next Sunday. And this makes it so much easier. And now once you do it successfully, go another 7 days. And then go from like 7 days, 14 days, go to 30 days. Give yourself a challenge. Like, we love a challenge, right? So we can do it. We can do it. That's what I did. Because like, when I started this journey, I didn't know I was going to break free forever. I just was like, let me challenge myself, and I documented it, right? So I'll link those videos below. But in this way, you are taking baby steps, and you just focus on the present moment, focus on getting through that day. And as you do this, emotions are going to surface, and you're going to get to the root of like why you were reaching for it. And then remember, it's not about staying sad or stuck, but it's about just seeing yourself clearly, and then like being there with you, giving yourself love, giving yourself what you need, which is never the substance. Okay, so you're more powerful than the substance. You guys, and don't worry, because like, if you're on this journey of quitting, it's really just your soul speaking to you, telling you it's time for a change. Yes, you can do it. It's time to heal. And I know it might feel like, oh my God, the party's over. But trust and believe that your soul, your spirit, it can't be tarnished. Nothing can break it. So as you release the substance, you're gonna find new ways to have fun. You're gonna find yourself again. You're gonna be smiling, giggly, happy, feeling love. But the most beautiful thing is that those vibrations are gonna be real. It's not gonna come from the weed. Like, it's gonna come from you. And you get to experience life with clearer eyes. You get to just be human, which means feeling good and bad sometimes. It's okay. And tapping into your strength. And so healing is a beautiful journey because you get to uncover what has been lingering with you. And so that's the other thing. Why do people reach for weed, and how can you stop? Let's say you start to detox, right? Because it's very hard to do inner work if you're high. Don't try it. It's not gonna work. Like spirituality, God, your soul, your spirit, these are things that are pure and clean. Okay, so you can't mock God. If you're truly trying to heal, if you're truly trying to put it down, then you got to be in a sober state, right? So let's say you're doing the 7-day cleanse or the 7-day detox. A lot of times people are reaching for weed. They don't realize that they're reaching for it because they've been carrying around a lot of pain from the past, right? Or in the present moment, and they just weren't able to see it because weed clouds your judgment. Weed has you feeling like everything's okay, but in reality, you're not feeling okay, because if you were, you wouldn't be reaching for it. And so allow yourself to acknowledge any pain that might surface, and it will. Whether you just realize you're more sensitive, whether you just realize that certain things happened in childhood that really hurt you, scarred you, wounded you, but you're not broken though. So how are you gonna address it if you're high all the time? And so instead, allow any pain to surface, anything that you've been carrying. Maybe it's a negative idea, someone told you something when you were a kid, you thought it was true your whole life, but it's not. Or you get to the nitty gritty of just your own personal life and journey. And so when you're sober, like when you're in a sober state, you can just look at it and see the parts of yourself that have been hiding from you, that you've been trying to numb with the weed. Okay, now it's time to address it, and you can do it. You can do it. So if you need help with inner work, check out the course down below and subscribe to this channel, okay? All right, so why do people reach for weed? To numb pain, or not even being aware that they're in pain, because weed will have you feeling like everything is peachy keen. But is it though? Okay, the only way you're gonna find out is when you put it down. Do you still feel as good? And if not, we're gonna discover why. Okay. Why do people reach for weed? Because of lust. It's a craving, and it depends how long you've been doing it, and so it's spiritual, right? So inside, we want to feel good. We might be lusting it. We might be trying to get that feel good feeling, that that hit, right? Or whatever. Is it dopamine hit? Whatever the terms are, we're trying to feel real good, real fast. Maybe you're not in pain, right? Maybe you're at a party and maybe you've been drinking and now you want to take it to the next level, or maybe, whatever is happening. But identify, is it lust? Okay, so realize it first, admit it first. And if that's the case, there's healthier ways to feel good that are not going to harm you and not going to have you in that energy. Because the thing with lust is it seems so fantastic until, and like it tempts you, temptation spiritually, then you do it, but it doesn't satisfy you. It just does in the moment, but then you need some more. Like the next day you want to do it again, the next week you want to do it again. So it didn't really satisfy you. So instead, new ways to feel good, okay? What to do instead of smoking weed? Find new ways to feel amazing and feel good. Something new to direct your energy to, because everything is energy. So if inside of you, there's so much to you. And I feel like a lot of people smoke weed because they were like bored. It was just a habit. They're just used to it. It numbs you out. Like you're zoned out. You're not even tapping into everything that you are. So for me, what did I start to do instead? I started to tap into my creative gifts, because art and expression is so fun, and it has you using this, like directing your energy in a specific way. So start a new project. What's something you've always wanted to do? I wanted to create an Etsy store. I had been on my mind for so long. I finally did it. A t-shirt shop, right? And it's doing well. I love it and it's fun. So, and it takes time and effort. So put your attention to something new, direct it to something healthier. Maybe you want to take up a new hobby. Maybe you want to try kickboxing or join some type of team or start, practicing yoga, learn something new. That's what I love. I love to learn. So buy some new books. You know what really helped me too was following accounts here on YouTube and following content that was feeding me with healthy things. Like that helped me so much. So I'm like, I entered a brand new community, which is what we need because we want to connect. Well, it's very hard to be like on a healing path, on your spiritual, breaking free, making a change, becoming a better version of yourself, someone healthier. If you're surrounded by old energy, that's just going to try to pull you down, pull you back, tempt you. So instead, follow accounts that are teaching you how to be a healthier you, whether that's healthier food, healthier mindset, our spiritual path, whatever it is for you, how to love yourself, how to, practice self-care, but get a new squad. Like, doesn't mean you don't have your old friends, but they might fall away. If they're a real one, they're going to want the best for you. But if they don't want the best for you, then you probably don't need them in your life. If it's a lust, if it's a craving that you're reaching for weed, start to crave something new. Start to get into something new. Create new habits for yourself. A lot of us, after you've been smoking for a while, your body gets used to having your senses stimulated. Like your senses want to be stimulated because it's taking you to some crazy heights, right? So feed your senses in a better way. Be in tune with your body. Be what you need and feel your body. Maybe go get massages. You can still tap into your senses, but you don't have to shock your nervous system with the weed. It's super unhealthy. It's out of balance, right? How many of you have seen that video I created about our vibration and what weed does to our vibration? So instead, you want to get into be in your natural body, in your natural state of mind. It doesn't matter if your energy is low or high, but just how are you? Find equilibrium first, and then go from there. Because weed is taking you up or down, but it can only take you so high. So once you put it down, you realize that you can climb higher. You can feel better than weed could ever make you feel. That's why sometimes if you're feeling super happy naturally, let's say you're at a party, you're having a good time. You're at a family event or something, you're laughing, you're eating good food, all that stuff. And then somebody brings some weed. You step outside, you smoke weed. It could actually lower your vibration. You're actually gonna feel, before you were happy, and then if you smoke, then you're gonna be it can bring you down because it calibrates at a certain level and that's it. So when we release it, we're releasing lust. We're releasing that craving. We're learning how to feel good and boost our own energy and mood naturally. We're giving ourselves a chance to do that. And then if you're feeling low, that's okay too, because now you can address why you are and just be there for yourself, or make a change so that you can have something new, a better outcome for yourself. You can heal your past pain. You can make your life more easy, more smooth sailing, but reaching for weed's a quick fix, but it doesn't truly fix anything. Okay, so I have a lot to say on this. Drop me any questions you have down below. I know last time somebody said, oh, it's so hard. Yeah, it is tough, but you're also so powerful and you're so strong. You're so capable of breaking free, because if I could do it, then so can you. Okay, so remember your strength. I'm sending you so much love and healing and power on your journey. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye.